Hey everyone, and thank you for joining us for That's a Mouthful. We are so glad that you're joining us here today. Well, guys, it is June. That means it's Pride Month. That means everybody is gay. Um,
All right.
but
Good news, everyone.
uh, but for a lot of people, they may never have been to a Pride event. A lot of Pride events are going to be happening and different things like that. And we have recently, in the past, have done like Q&A, sex episodes for people who have
Yeah.
questions about that, myths episode, and y'all seem to like those. They're very popular. And so I thought we would do something similar with Pride stuff for people who've never been to Pride events or Pride centric adjacent things. Um, but I think some of the things when people think, oh, like if you've never been or you've been occasionally, but you haven't been in a while or whatever, like some of the things might be like you might be asking yourself, I've never been to Pride. What do I wear? Because people have opinions
Whatever
on
you want.
what you can wear. Exactly,
Whatever
right?
you want. I will tell you that, we're seeing this generation. We see it every generation. They're all bitches to each other about who I have my pride body. You got a body, you have a pride body. Congratulations. But I get that. When I was like a little 9,500 pound twink, people were super fucking mean to me when I wore shorts because I'm really skinny, like head to toe. And I still get like about wearing shorts. But because people just comment on it so much that it's just not nice. And we obviously see a lot of the hateful comments. Um, yeah, people in real life usually aren't that brave. They might leave a nasty comment on a keyboard, but they're usually could not be bothered. Wear what you want. You want to wear jeans and a plain black shirt? Wear that. You want to wear glittery mesh tank top and a jock strap? Maybe cover your butt, but wear it. Like, cool. Just I will say, just be aware of the surroundings. Like some areas, some events are specifically adults only. Like there won't be
Mhm.
children or whatever. We're in a really shitty time where I love everybody's whole thing, but the children, I'm like, fuck
Well,
y'all.
and yeah, when people bring that up, I think when people,
And it's like they forget that we were kids too. And when we were
yeah,
kids and they're screaming hateful shit at us when we were, a little too effeminate or a little too this.
yeah,
Yeah, let's scream at 10, 12-year-olds that they're fairies or whatever. And then we grow up and we're like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm going to wear what I want to wear and be who I want to be. And they're like, but the children, which I was a kid 4 years ago. What the fuck?
well, yeah, I think wear what you want, like Matt is saying. If you want to be really comfortable and chill and relax, do it. If you want to glam up, I always
Do
put
it.
on my like
You want to go and flip
eyeshadow
rides?
glitter and
It's your
my
life,
like
you
tiny
know?
tiny shorts and my tank top going on. This year it's crop top for me. We have Pride here in July, so
It's
it's hot.
You
But yeah,
have to
wear what
find
you want, and
weird.
like
I
you,
don't actually regularly go because I'm more shy. Actually, I'm not more introverted, so I don't really like being in crowds. And of course, years of COVID and my job. But I'm more of a when I have gone to events, I'm very much like gym shorts and a t-shirt, or depending of the weather, maybe jeans and a tank top, or a t-shirt and a hat.
yeah,
Wear a hat if you or wear sunscreen, y'all.
yes, wear
Please
sunscreen.
wear sunscreen. You do not want to get and apply it every 30 minutes or so. Please, like just a touch up around the cheeks,
Yeah,
the neck, get your ears. If you're
yeah,
like me and missing big chunks of your hair because your hair is thinning, don't be shy. Shave that shit and put sunscreen on your skull.
yeah.
Please.
Another thing that people might ask, I'm nervous. I won't fit in. What if I don't feel queer enough?
We are all, let me tell you, that is the same thing. Every single one of us went through middle school. Very few of us were born confident. And most of us, puberty hit us like a fucking truck. Come on, we've all seen our twink death glow ups and all of those, like when we learned how to like actually shave our faces. And, it's like season 1 of Drags. And then you see them on season 3 of All Stars and they look totally different. That's how most of us actually live, you know?
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, I don't mean to like look at your future and point this out, but I feel like everyone is always gonna have that feeling, even when you're older, you're gonna to a
Absolutely.
point feel like you're not fitting in the group or not, and that's something that you have to work through and realize. Just like be yourself, be with your friends,
If you're
and
with
don't.
friends that make you feel like you're not enough, that you're not queer
Yeah.
enough, in quotes, you need better friends or you need different friends. And it's
And there's
okay to
not
have that.
Yeah, and there's not a certain type of way you have to dress or a
No.
certain type of thing you like to need to like. You don't, to be, yeah. So be yourself. That's all you
It's
got to
the
be.
whole
That is
point of
kind
it
of,
is that there's so many different spectrums and things within, because the humans, we're not all designed the same. The whole point of it is that we kind of fall somewhat under the similar umbrella, and our rights are under fire, and they probably always will be. And we're just showing that we're all there. We're not all into the same things. Plenty of people are going to turn this on and go, fuck pride, I don't care. Plenty of people are going to turn on our last episode and go, I don't care about fucking reading. Why are these two queers talking about reading? But you know what? Some people will, and because
I mean,
we didn't see the platform we liked when we came up with this 5 years ago, and was like, hey, I don't see anything I like. I'll just make it myself, and that's why I went to Cody and was like, hey, I know you have this background. I don't know where that we fit in here, but can we just do it anyway?
when
So
guys, I remember at the time I didn't like reading either. So I was one of those people who was like, fuck reading.
yeah,
And
literally, I would talk about books, and he would be like, "I don't care, Matt," and he was nice about it, but like, I could tell. Like, I mean, there's some you can watch old videos. He visibly rolls his eyes talking about
y'all, it's
reading
called
literature.
growth. It's
It
growth.
is, but it's because,
Uh,
but I mean, that's the whole point, though. Is you're not going if you're because you're like, for example, the one year I went to Baltimore Pride, and when the kink float went by, it was amazing. Guys were ridiculously hot, but they had a giant fist and forearm, like a paper mache fist and forearm on the float. I'm not into fisting. That is not for me. But I had so much appreciation for it. It was totally fucking
yeah,
amazing.
well, and
I
here's the
laughed
deal.
so hard.
Also, if you when you go to Pride, you're going you're saying you don't fit in, you feel like you're not gonna fit in. When you go to Pride, you're gonna see the whole, like, spectrum of
The
different
entire
types of
rainbow
people.
spectrum. If you don't feel like going, don't do something that makes you feel sick to your stomach, uncomfortable. But
Well,
I encourage you to at least do some kind of event at some,
yes.
whether it's like a gay picnic in the park or you just kind of do your own thing. Try something new. Try a venue, because everybody. How many times have you heard, Cody? I'm just not the kind of gay. Like, it's just everything's just bars. Well, princess, I hate to break this to you, but there's not very many safe spaces where we get to just be LGBT adults and go somewhere where we can say no kids allowed, you
Yeah.
know? So
Well,
sometimes your pride party is you going to the picnic on a picnic with your friends at the park, staking down your little rainbow flag and eating sandwiches.
and like Matt is saying, there's multiple things to do. So many cities, many pride events. You have like a big parade, then you have multiple events that are going on simultaneously in different areas, maybe of the city or different areas of the neighborhood, or even like different areas. Like I know in San Diego, there's the parade, and then there's a big event in Balboa Park. And there's a concert in Balboa Park, but then there's like booths and other events in Balboa Park. So there's many, many options. And then meanwhile, all that's going on, there's pool parties and like EDM parties going on at different other locations. So there's
Right.
probably something for your likes or interests to be involved in, however much you want to, or however least you want to.
Yeah, I all I ask is that you at least try something. Go to a gay movie night at one of the theaters or something small where if you just want to stay at a distance, because that's me. You will not find me center stage anywhere. That is not what I like. I know I seem very extroverted here. That is not. I am like this in person with like one person, maybe two. There any more than that, I usually call that a nope, and I won't be there. But I really try to do something if I can. The last couple of years between school and testing and work schedules,
Mm,
I'm usually not awake. But this year I am, so I'm hoping to do a few little events just because how nice it is to one, get some fresh air, and two, just to see how many people are like you, and they might put on this air of confidence and how great they feel, and they might be feeling themselves that day. Every one of us has had those weeks, months, and years where you're just like, oh wow, fuck this. And how someone physically looks is not a good judge of where they are mentally. Like,
mhm.
please don't like the whole like, oh, well, they're conventionally pretty. Yeah, you don't know how many times they might have attempted to SI themselves. Like just don't judge people that way. You don't want to be judged that way. Don't judge others that way. And if you run into those bitches who have something to say, just walk away. They're not going to do shit. You know,
Yeah.
they are not going to, they will not do shit, you know, like,
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
words hurt, it's true, but I mean, you've probably been called worse in 7th grade. So, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks, but just find better people because there are better people. Like,
mhm.
uh, we just really got to get away from this whole like, oh my God, there's I only all the gays just want to party. Okay, you're just looking at one type of
Group.
person,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
right.
one type of thing. Even
There's
most,
gamers,
yeah, so
like
gamers the best.
Dungeon and Dragon gays, like
There's plenty of gays that you probably follow their alt accounts and OnlyFans or whatever. If you actually find their main pages or talk to them as people, the ones that actually interact,
mhm.
you'll find that they have plenty of a variety of interests. Lots of them love walking around museums, reading poetry, and doing all these other things. And
Stuff you're thinking they are not into
right,
because you're just
you're
at
just
face
you're
value.
seeing them at face value, right?
Is it okay to hook up at Pride?
I mean, that's you and an adult.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But again, be aware of your surroundings, right? Don't like hook up in
Right.
the middle of the park, right?
Yeah, I mean, be conscious. If this is not that kind of event, um, it,
Be aware of the event, right,
yeah,
guys?
be aware of the event because, like I said, please don't catch a charge for you know.
Yeah, you're not gonna want that just for that tiny bit of fun that may not ultimately, probably, if you get caught, is not
Not worth
actually
it.
gonna end.
Not worth it.
You wasted all that and there was nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, very important. Be aware of your surroundings, and just like any event, just be aware. Do not touch people without consent. Do not take pictures of people like I get it. Like we take like fun group photos or whatever, but it's like the whole thing of, oh, I saw a hot guy on the train, and you take a picture and post it. What the fuck? Don't do that. That's very uncomfortable. Like,
should I support those rainbow branded Pride products from companies?
it's up to you.
Um, I would say,
I mean, if we're talking
look,
about Target, no, they kind of shot themselves in the foot.
yeah, no one shop at Target right now, guys. Um,
The backlash
so
has been quite incredible on them, by the way.
yeah,
Like, and internally, they are having some problems now. And I'm like, yeah. And then they tried to backtrack it, and it's like, no, Target solidly, for the most part, had our backs at the beginning of like 2016 to 2020. And when the tariffs things happened, they just cowed down, and then everyone went, "No, fuck you." And then they tried to back it up, and they went, "Oh crap!" Because now I think they've backed up on and allowing Pride things. And did you see their Pride lineup? They have an Out
yeah,
and Proud hoodie. It's a plain like beige hoodie, and it says "Out and Proud" on tiny shoestring, like the strings on the
yeah.
hoodie.
So, that would be another conversation. I think we'll talk about Pride merch,
Yeah,
guys. But because I do have thoughts on Pride merch and how garish it can be sometimes, or how not garish it can be.
right. Because
But
I
I
think it's
think,
time to go for camp, and you
yeah.
can definitely tell a straight person designed it.
So I think it just depends on the company if you want to support them. I do know that there are some companies in which, they're giving a certain percentage or a full percentage of the sales for those items. Um, but I think also what's really important when you do look at this is see if there's any alternatives for you available, like any small queer owned businesses. I know there's a lot of small queer owned businesses who make all sorts of Pride type merch all year long, but you can get it now. And that's one of the things that we're going to try to hopefully highlight this month is some of these queer owned businesses in which you can get fingernail polish, clothing, makeup, all kinds of situation things that you can use for events for Pride or just in general in life. But so there's a variety of options for you to choose from.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I
Look
would just say
on
look at the
Amazon.
company and see how they've been acting in recent times would be my personal opinion
Even
on
if you're
that.
using Amazon, there's lots of small mom and pop companies that sell on Amazon that you can buy from. Like everything I bought this year, I bought from small companies. Um, you know,
Mhm.
but I bought some shirts. I bought a few things. I wanted to buy a zip up because like today it was 54 degrees this morning here, because I'm in Washington. And yesterday was 80 and sunny. Oh, I think the weather is actually clearing finally for the first time. It's 4:38 in the afternoon here. So look out for Pride stuff that you can have year round. I'm actually wearing a Pride shirt now from a couple years ago.
And I know, guys, Matt posted on his Blue Sky a picture of his husbro. in his cute outfit that's also pride-ish.
I usually buy our stuff every year, and I pick out I picked out tank top for David this year. I usually pick out tank tops and t-shirts for him, and I picked out a black tank top with a T-Rex waving a pride flag, and he wears I bought him a gray one of this a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He still wears it every time we're out here. Somebody compliments him on it, and I'm like,
Matt, I think we're gonna have to have you start doing like a TikTok haul of your Pride merch that you're getting and your T-shirts and where you got it from because people seem to want it.
I've been wanting That's a Mouthful merch. I've been wanting podcast merchandise from the day we started this podcast,
I
and
know we got to get it, guys.
I'm so ready. I have some great ideas. I think they're great ideas, but but yeah, on Pride, it's about being who you are and however you want to express it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I think so, one thing I think about is a lot of people I've known over the years that are more on the non-binary, but when they are out in public or maybe large groups, not with like where they feel like their safe bubble,
Yeah.
they want to present one way or the other, because that's what make for safety. If that's what you want to do not feel that you're not expressing.
Yeah.
What makes you feel safe is first. Start with your safety. So if dressing more masculine or feminine makes you feel safe when being in such a large group, go for it. If this is the year you want to like rock the shaved head and show everyone who you really are inside, go for it. You will find a clapping, cheering chorus section. And if you don't post it, you will. Promise.
I have to just say real quick, guys, Matt, I'm gonna just say Matt got his like Pride haircut, and doesn't it look so sexy?
I'm feeling a little self-conscious about it because it is gone.
Oh, guys.
Are you really a fan, Cody? Like,
Yeah, it's very great. No, but guys, I haven't talked to Matt in a while actually, and he posted a photo the other day of him and his husband. They were both getting their haircut, and it was them in the car afterwards, and it was like the greatest little photo, guys. I'm just gonna say, just go follow Matt on Blue Sky because like the photos that he's recently posted.
well,
I'm not even talking about that one.
Tis the season, I guess.
I'm not even talking about that one. I'm just talking about rated G photos, Matt. They were great.
Well, so last Monday was my birthday. Last Sunday was my
And
birthday.
guys, he turned 25.
I'm 39, by the way. I just turned 39. Well, it's crazy. We started this podcast. I think I just turned 32 or 33. So yeah. Cody, I just saw your face. The podcast,
Man, and I was 18. Like I don't.
I know. Crazy because you're 4 years older than. No, you're 2 years older than me. No, you're 2 years older than me. Because your birthday is June.
My birthday's coming up. I don't disclose my age. I don't actually care if anybody knows my age, but like I like to keep it a mystery, just like my height.
Yeah, everybody thinks you're taller than me, and I'm like,
one of the things I think after Pride, or I think after any big event you go to, not even like Pride events, but just Pride stuff, you might be like that you feel a little sad afterwards because you've lost that emptiness, but you can keep that going, I would say, guys, by getting involved in your community and getting involved in events that are happening in your community, within the queer community, whether it's your LGBTQ center, if you have one of those, that you can get involved. And there's different events that happen for all different types of people. They help with things in schools or different events that occur or planning events that happen that are outside of the traditional Pride Month, Pride Day, Pride Weekend. A lot of these organizations have things that happen all throughout the year that are all kinds of fun that you can get involved in and help people within your community. So be sure and check that out too, because I always think that's important. You can enjoy yourself, have fun, but then also get involved because that also can be fun. And you'll make a lot of friends too, I would have to say. Okay, guys.
yeah,
I guess we'll leave it at that. Have fun, have a safe Pride. And like Matt said, I think three big keys. We'll say that: be yourself, drink water, wear sunscreen.
yeah.
Okay, guys, we will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to That's a Mouthful. If you loved what you heard today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with all our latest episodes. And we've got more than just episodes. Join us on social media to be part of our vibrant community and keep the conversation going. Follow us, dive into discussions, and share your thoughts. Want to support the show and get some fabulous perks? Check out our Patreon page. Your support helps us bring even more great content and keeps the party going. Every bit helps, and we truly appreciate it. So, until next time, keep that mouthful.